Hey, welcome to Trapping Inc. I'm Rich Mellon. Well, today I'm going to do some muskrats. I'm going to show you a new system with the poles and the Hagz brackets. We'll get that going. I can see, you see the rats are pretty busy in this pond here, and I know that a lot of people talk about not trapping rats so heavy in the fall. And one of the things that they say is that they're much more prime come springtime after a winter under the ice. True. But it's an old bird in the hand worth two in the bush thing, because a lot of rats don't make the winter. This pond here has a terrible habit of, it's actually deep in the middle and it won't freeze down, but on the edges where they get to their food or in and out of their burrows, it freezes solid to the, there's only so much water there, it freezes right solid to the mud. They die a terrible death. How do I know so much about this pond? Well, my house is right behind the camera here. I'll show you. There, let's get at her. Time to catch some rats. Trapping is the cornerstone that Canada was built on. Brave and sometimes crazy men and women, fueled by the lucrative fur trade, explored and mapped our great nation. Hundreds of years have passed since then, but trapping still remains vibrant, strong, and steeped in the ancient traditions. The fur bearers still follow the old paths and live as dictated by thousands of years of instinct. Fur only gets prime in the harsh temperatures of winter, and trappers must respect and prepare for the weather. Trapping's past is firmly rooted in history, but today, the gear and techniques have changed. Canada is still known for the best wild fur in the world, and today our pelts are sold on the global market. Our community is large, and our numbers are growing. We are trappers. This is what we do, and where we belong. Join us in our adventures. Welcome to Trapping Inc., the face of today's trapper. Okay, I'm going to set 4 sets on this little tiny pond just simply because I want to shock and awe them and get all the rats. I don't want none of them dying through the winter on me. So, what I've got here is simply a 3/8 fiberglass pole, a Hagz bracket, which I'll show you more in depth later, and my trap. Really simple and easy to set. You just set your pole in, slide the your trap into the correct slot here, and then adjust for height. I like to have the pan up just above so it gives the rats a landing pad. I'll take and turn it out towards the direction that the rats are going to come from. I put a little bit of bait up top here. In this case, all I'm using to hold my bait is clips that are used for electric fencing. It's that easy. Got a piece of carrot on there. I'll give a little smear of lure. I'll actually just tear up a piece of this here. Give it a smear right here, just so there's a scent to bring them in. I'm using Trapper Bob's Autumn Muskrat. Okay, that's all there is to it. It doesn't get any quicker, any faster. Very lightweight, easy to move around. I'll set up the rest of it now. So here's the complete system. We need a smooth 3/8 rod. It can be fiberglass, it can be plastic, it can be aluminum, it can be steel. It has to be smooth, it has to be 3/8. watch out here in Canada, sometimes we get 10 mil instead of 3/8, and that can cause a bit of an issue. The bracket itself takes advantage of different makes of traps and the fact that you have this tongue sticking out. That tongue goes into one of these two slots, depending on the make manufacturer that you have. It fits any of them. Just a matter of having it set, putting it in there. The weight of the trap causes it to bind here, and then you can adjust it for any height that you want. You put a little bit of bait here, or a flag, or whatever you're going to use for attracting. When the muskrat steps into it, when it goes off, it launches either off of the bracket, or the fact that he upsets the balance and it drops out of sight and he drowns. It's a beautiful system. Works so well, and like I say, this is always with you. It's always on your trap. You can't lose it. You don't even have to think about it. Trapping Inc. is brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee, crafted coffee for the courageous. oldsmokescoffee.com. Halford Hides, unique beyond compare. Visit us at our Edmonton store location or find us online at halfordsmailorder.com. Range Road Enterprises, professional solutions for the ATV and low impact logging operation. Find your nearest dealer online at range-road.ca. Argyle Motorsports and Marine. Visit our Edmonton store location or find us online at argylemotorsports.com. Well, I just got done setting a bunch of traps, and it's just about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I set these here about 3 hours ago, and here's what we got. Our first one. Yeah, he's pretty and he's soft, but he's small, he's young. He's the kind that gets kicked out. Okay, I've been doing a lot of these and I got it figured now to take and set my trap. What seems to have worked best for me is to take and set my trap, lift my my pole up and set my trap into the stake, into my pocket here. I take and set her down. Try and keep it kind of level, because otherwise your trap is going to lean whichever way your stick does. Then I take and put a position, I'll turn this so you can see it here. I position my bait directly above right here, above my trap, and then I get my trap just underwater. Okay, you notice I'm close into the weeds here. This is just a natural little place. There's holes there and there and there that they dig all the time. I know they've got an active hole going under here. I just walked up, there was 3 more rats in here going, so maybe I'll get 4, who knows. We'll see how it goes overnight anyway. Rat number 1 of the old backyard pond. We get lots of questions about bloopers, and as we've said on our podcast many times, not very often is the camera running when something goes wrong, and then maybe you're worried about trying to rescue me or me rescue you or whatever, so there's no time for the camera. This time, however...
So this time, however, we were fortunate that the camera was running. We were out setting muskrat traps, and I had the camera on shore. Richard was wading across some water, and he was on an ice shelf underneath the water, and suddenly it gave way. His nice little bald head didn't go under, but his phone did, and I got it all on film. Ooh.
That laugh is exactly what I hate, because that's what I hear when I'm editing the piece of footage here.
And he knows exactly how funny it was to me. I tried to keep it under wraps.
Yeah, that was the second $800 phone that I ruined that year on the trapline.
Yep.
And now for Halford's Trapper's Tip of the Week.
On today's tech tip, I'm going to talk about the new Hagz bait holder clip. They brought them out this year to fit on their 3/8 rods and to complement the bracket setup. Now, so what we've got here, 3/8 rod. Be careful, guys. Sometimes here in Canada we end up with 10 millimeter, which is not the same size. How do I know? Ask me. So I've got it all set up here. I have taken and mounted the trap to the bracket itself by using a little swivel here, you can see, so it's always with you. The pain in the butt factor, the PETA factor, is 0. It's always with you. You're not searching for anything. Remember to put a little piece of black tape down on the bottom of your pole so that when you pull them up out of the mud, it's as far as that bracket can go. It slide down to here and that's it, and then up she comes. The bait holder itself is just a nice little piece of spring metal, and I'm using a piece of flagging here to represent the bait. I like carrot. Carrot works the best for me. You just squeeze it and you can move it up and down just like you can with the clips or anything else, right? I find that you want it to be fairly low. You want them to actually swim in and to be stretching out across the trap, that if it's up too high, it seems like they want to stand on the trap, and oftentimes then they can stand on the jaws. What does it mean? Well, they might eat your carrot before they get caught. That's about it.
That was Halford's Trapper's Tip of the Week.
One of the worries that could happen, and I mean it's not an everyday occurrence, these tolerances are tight, but you could actually have your bracket and everything slip off the bottom of your pole when you pull your pole up. So what I like to do is take and put just one wrap of black tape around the bottom. This is just black electrical tape. Nothing fancy whatsoever, but these tolerances are so tight, it can't go by it, okay? So in that case, she takes and stops it from being able to fall off. You can see how well that works. Just a little pro tip for you guys. This little pocket here is one of these deadly spots. There's not even a house footprint where the water, but I get lots of rats out of here all the time.
It looks very frozen.
Yeah? Oh yeah, I got one anyway. Oh yeah, is it ever frozen? You're not going to believe this.
What? Oh, you've got 2 of them.
I've got 2 rats. I had them side by side, but how did they get tangled together?
Well, that's very strange.
They're not actually caught. So obviously, there we go. Okay. Obviously this one got caught first. Okay, and this one's on the spring clip.
Yeah.
You can see, and I've only, because I'm using 120s, I only unleashed one spring, and you can see how for this guy it's still Friday, right?
Yeah.
There's just nothing, their eyes bulge like that, they're dead instantly. That's awesome. We're gonna move these now. So I'll just pull these off. Set him right there. And let's look at the other one. This is on a foothold, and it goes into our...
Also on the clip.
On the clip, yeah. And hind foot catch, done. There we go. Got a little bit of ice on his head, so.
Yeah.
Probably an adult, very, very junior. Yeah. They can slide it off, take it with us. Oh, I got my carrot on here too. Oh. Well, we're moving to the next place, so I'll just take and drop him out of here. There's one. This one here. I don't know if I can do this by hand.
Those are really strong.
Yep, they are. There we go. Perfect. So, I'm guessing we're not going to go 100% on everything else all day. But I like the start.
Oh man, I got to catch my breath.
Hey, so is our next show going to be on Sandi's Pilates and how to...
It's going to be cardio training coming up.
How to paddle your canoe? What do we got here? Oh, there we go. There we go. A little dirty.
Shallow water here.
It is, but they have nothing to climb back up on.
No.
So it's pretty easy. And the carrot's gone, so.
Somebody got the carrot.
His buddy was here. That wind is something else today. It don't look like much here, but she's clocking off pretty good, and it's hard to paddle into, hard to do much with. I just like this to be nice and close once again. Am I helping your filming?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's a struggle.
Oh. With the soft bottom of that, it's so easy to adjust here. There we go. So you can pull that up a bit. And we are away. Looks deadly.
Maybe we can go around the corner here. It's not too bad, hey?
We got to go this way. I can see we got one sitting over here. There's one there, one over there. It's going to be bad at some point. I can't help you. Trapping Inc. is brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee. Crafted coffee for the courageous. OldSmokesCoffee.com. Argo. Go anywhere. Argo Extreme Terrain vehicles conquer any terrain, any season. Find us online at ArgoXTV.com. Hagz Trapping Products. The most versatile trapping device on the market. Find our products and dealers online at j30.com. Alberta Outdoorsman Magazine. Alberta's only fishing, hunting, and trapping magazine. Online at albertaoutdoorsman.ca.
So you're not going to push me out in the middle of the lake and leave me, are you?
No luck. The wind would bring it back.
Oh!
Whoa!
D9.
Not doing good on my floats here.
No, but they don't. There's no carrots left.
Yeah. So they've been here. It didn't take me long to set that one up. Didn't take a lot of looking. Ooh, we got another one of the wonder rods here. It's really hard. See, now, there should have been something here. You know?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't see anything here. Oh, and the carrot's gone too. You see that?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you go free here.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's like that born free thing. If you're meant to, you'll come back.
Oh.
Awesome. Awesome. And that's on the Hagz bracket.
And a foothold.
And a foothold.
Perfect.
They are doing way better than the floats.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, I see another one, and the carrot's missing on it too. It's hard to tell as you walk along these shorelines. It's hard to tell the spots, but you look at where they might pull themselves out to sit and eat on stuff, right?
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
yes, see there? There's my pro tip again, guys. A wrap of tape on the bottom, and that I couldn't see that guy. I pulled him up, and you could feel it tug against it, but it stops it because these brackets fit so tight. That stops it from being able to come off, and I got my rat back.
Catch him, you sure hate to lose him.
What's that?
I said you catch them, you sure hate to lose them.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. Well, we've had three out on Hagz products, and we've filled all three of them. And
Floats not so much, but they stole our carrots.
they stole the carrots. Yeah. Well.
Well, you'd think with the sunshine that would mean it's warm out here. It's not. I had to go and get some different gloves on because it's cold.
Once again, old Rich is half naked because Stan has his clothes on.
It's a sign of a good marriage. So the Hagz products worked just exceptionally well for us out here. We set only a dozen, and we got 9 for the dozen that we set in. So we're moving to a different spot, but the best part about this was we kind of took a flyer because we didn't think there was much for rats around here. Shows what you know.
Hi, I'm Rich.
And I'm Sandi from Trapping Inc. TV.
We thought we'd do a really quick video today just to show you how to access all of our digital projects.
So click on the button below and that takes you to our website where you can access Amazon Prime, podcasts, YouTube, and all of our other social media pages.
TrappingInc.com.